Just think it's so nuts how you're expected to give a 2 weeks as a courtesy, but when so many of us extend that courtesy, we're immediately let go. So it's like, what's the point? Why do you expect us to do something if as soon as we do it, you're going to fire us? I don't know. It's starting to seem like a lot of games.
Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I do want to let you know that the company has decided to end your employment with us effective immediately. Although you did submit a 2 weeks notice, we appreciate it, but our company does not have to honor that. So with that, we are ending your working relationship with us today. So what I would like for you to do, Stephen, is please log out of all company accounts and systems right away. So we will also need you to return any company property that you have, such as your equipment. And what we'll do is we'll follow up with instructions on how to return these items and details about your final paychecks and any other benefits that you may be entitled to at this time. So, Stephen, I know this is not information that you're wanting to hear, but I do want to thank you at least for your contributions.
Hey, excuse me, but I just put that 2 weeks notice in today. I sent it over to my team lead.
Understood. And we did advise the team lead as well that we don't have to honor it. We don't. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end your employment with us effective immediately.
I was looking for another job. I was lucky enough to come across a job where I could work from home, making $4 more an hour than what I'm making at Fry Regional. So I did accept that job. I put in my 2 weeks notice yesterday. So I came in at 8:30. I put in my 2 weeks notice. Upper management showed up that evening, let me work all day, and then fired me. Oh, and their excuse was that my FMLA didn't go through when my 3-year-old son's daycare was COVID ridden. So they lied, said that I was terminated due to that. But that FMLA was a month ago. So they fired me because I put in my 2 weeks notice.
So y'all, I just currently put my 2 weeks notice in at my job. And they went ahead and fired me because I put in the 2 weeks notice. Like, I'm on my way home to get their shirts so I can get my check. They literally fired me because I put in the 2 weeks notice. I clocked in at 7:30, put my 2 weeks notice in, wrote the little form and stuff on the form, and I left it on the desk. Like, I ain't think that they was gonna fire me because I put a 2 weeks notice in. Now, I've put in 2 weeks notices before at like other jobs, and I've never been fired before for putting in the 2 weeks notice. Like, they'll let me work, and then on my last day, you know, like, they'll wish me well and tell me, okay, if you want to come back, you can, but they have never fired me before. I worked in the infant room, and I would come to work every day on time since, of course, I don't have no kids, so it ain't no problem with me waking up, coming to work, being a lead teacher. I would come to work every day. So I didn't think that they would fire me for putting my 2 weeks notice in. But yeah. So I currently got their shirts, and I am on my way inside to grab the rest of my stuff and talk to the director. Yep. So I kind of want to know, since I put in my 2 weeks, like, are y'all firing me or laying me off? Or y'all don't want to see my face no more? Like, can I come back? I was trying to end on good terms.
It is no. I told you we accept your 2 weeks notice, but we're just making today the last day.
Why?
That's Miss Kathy's decision.
Y'all ain't even.
Usually how she'll do it. If you give your 2 weeks, if we have coverage, then you don't have to worry about it. Because I had added another teacher in there to kind of help y'all, but since there is another teacher in there, they have their coverage now.
Mm-hmm.
So
So I can't come back if I wanted to.
Like return for...
Like say if I want to return, like come back and work with y'all later on in the future. I can't do that?
That's strictly up to Miss Kathy. When, like, if you were to apply on Indeed or something again, that's strictly up to her. It's not necessarily cutting you off from being able to reapply. But you know,
I thought like I was fired or something.
Everyone has their, I believe it's 60 days that you would have to wait before you would be eligible to be rehired. And then it would also depend on if we are already staffed, so on and so forth. So it's not necessarily saying that you wouldn't be able to come back if you wanted to. It would just depend on the time frame that you would want to, and then if we have a position available.
Oh, because I thought y'all was firing me. Because I thought I was a good worker.
No, it was just your 2 weeks notice. We just went ahead and let you go, so that way not only we're making sure the baby room has their coverage, but we don't want to have too many people in there. So since we have that extra person in there now, you wouldn't have to come back.
So what if I wouldn't have put in the 2 weeks notice today? Y'all was still gonna fire me? If y'all got extra coverage?
That would be up to Miss Kathy. People come and go, and it would be up to her if she's gonna fire you or not. But I am not sure if that would have happened today.
No.
But no. As far as I know, I was not told anything like that. So no, it wouldn't have been that way. But we have that coverage, so we're like, well, since we have someone in there, we can make today the last day.
Okay. Well, I just came to pick up my check since I returned y'all shirts. So yeah, y'all, I got my check. Just because you got extra coverage in the room, you're going to go ahead and let today be my last day. Make it make sense. Because like I said, I put in plenty of 2 weeks notices at other jobs. And I always had coverage in my room. I'm used to working as a lead teacher, but I've always had coverage in my room while putting in the 2 weeks notice. And they always let me work the whole 2 weeks without saying, oh, you know, we got extra coverage in the room, so we just gonna make today your last day. And honestly, I wouldn't even want to come back. I just wanted some damn closure to see what their answer would be. Yes, you can't put in the 2 weeks notice at every spot. Go ahead and quit if they're gonna lay you off.
I know a lot of y'all not going to agree with this, but quit giving your employer a 2 week notice before you quit your job. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a 2 week notice is when you quit, it lets your employer know so they can prepare, so they can fill your position. Why? They can come to me and be like, you know what, this ain't working out. We're going to give you 2 weeks, and then we're going to have to move on. I fire your ass mid-shit. One time I got fired right before I went on break. He was like, can I holler at you? I was like, yeah, I'm about to go on break. He was like, yeah, let me talk to you real quick. Oh, you about to buy lunch? Hell yeah. You not? You about to fire me? Oh, hell no. I quit. I quit one time, but last fall, he got mad. He was like, why you ain't give us a notice? I said, I did. I came in this morning. I said, no, this is going to be my last day.